Good morning, beautiful people. Another day, another vlog. And this week, I might have some interesting news. I think I started to find a little bit of the angle that I want to tackle. So I did more than 6 to 7 discovery calls right now. And so let me give you some insights about the market. So it seems that depending on the country that you're in, some people care about compliance, some people don't even care about compliance. It's not that big of a thing for most of like the CEOs or like the executives of the company. It's mainly comes towards like the security or like the CTO sometimes, depending on the industry itself. But an insight in the MENA region, specifically in Egypt, the most regulated market that really cares about compliance is most probably the fintech. So I decided that maybe this is a market worth pursuing. I don't know if you know like Vanta or like a company that does compliance, but these companies in general like try to get you compliant fast, like through SOC 2 compliance, ISO 2701. What they do is at the end of the day, they have some sort of templates, they know the regulations, and they get connected to your code base or like to your legal department and all of that, and they do everything for you, like mostly automated. And other than that, it's like try to collect evidence and try to get you compliant as fast as possible. So I think that part is already a little bit mature. But what I haven't found is like, what about like the regulations with the like some heavy regulated markets, like for example, fintech, and how to be compliant with like the central bank, how to move fast with banks, how to move fast with the compliance. But that takes me to the next point, which I most probably will spend the next month or two in, which is I want to speak with a lot of fintechs that are pre-licensed and post-license, because these are very two different aspects of the business. So if it's just the one time that once you get the license, you throw it away, then it becomes some sort of a consulting more than an actual business, which might be good for like for a lot of people. But for me, if I want to build something big, then it has to be like a recurring painful point. So the next questions that I have in mind is number one, how frequent it is. Number two, is there some sort of a renewal? Do you keep continue getting audited? What kind of like paperwork, what kind of mundane tasks that you go through? Is this something that it's really causing a lot of pain for you because like for example you cannot launch because of it, that you have to go back and forth? Can this be somehow solved with with technology, or it's just a relationship based like industry? The second part is, which is the most concerning part for me, is that I believe that the market might be too small for a business. That you like at the end of the day, for example, if you start with Egypt, there is, if you could say like maybe around 100 fintechs. If that's like the bar, that's a very small market. But my 2 cents are that the expansion is where it gets interesting. If you're able to validate this blueprint, maybe you can expand it to different markets, like to insurance, to health tech, to healthcare, to different, like maybe you can start even like going to different countries in Africa, in the MENA region. I still don't know. I don't know how big it is overall. Is there a unicorn that can be built around this? Or it's just another like problem that's good, that but it's not that painful. It won't generate that much of a money, and it's better off like to keep things as it is and look for something else. So that is what I want to answer in the next couple of days. So instead of just building and like wasting my time on building something and then realize it's not worth it and I back from scratch, so I better do the validation, and then based on that I'll decide like what happens next. See you in another video.